Welcome everybody. This is Voice of the Students. It's Mikey back again. So today we have OLAS in the building. We have special guests.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Introduce yourselves.
Alright, so I'm Gabby Cifuentes. I am president of OLAS.
I'm Ashley Vega. I'm PR manager, public relations manager for OLAS.
My name is Denise Ortega, and I am vice president of OLAS.
My name is Leslie Avila, and I'm the chief of staff of OLAS.
Okay, that's dope. All right, so regarding the semester and semesters beyond, what are your future plans?
I guess I'll take that question. So this semester, I specifically want to focus on a lot of community outreach as well as in future years. I know COVID kind of threw us off a lot when it comes to our events, and this year I'm just focused on, along community outreach, I'm focused on just making OLAS better, getting our population, our numbers back up, making sure our community is well served. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want to focus on and what I'm looking forward to.
Okay. Anybody else want to add to that? No? What's the end goal for OLAS as a whole?
In terms of this year or future years?
Future years.
I would say for me specifically, I really want to focus on community outreach again. It's something super important, not even just for GGC itself and OLAS, but I feel like it would definitely benefit the community of Lawrenceville or just communities just around, and definitely just serving our students, and not even just the Hispanic community, but just students overall here at GGC. I feel like they would definitely benefit from OLAS, not even in the social aspect as much, but just in the professional field as well and career-wise. So yeah, that's something I'm very much looking forward to.
Okay. What about everybody else? What are y'all looking forward to?
I agree with Gabby. I think it's important that we have like the Latino community on campus feel welcome to OLAS, feel like they have a place to go to in case they have like any maybe troubles with like just school in general, or they just need some type of something welcoming, something that's like similar to what they already know, like similar to their culture, and also just I guess just promote that Latino culture to campus, and just let people know that we are here.
Yeah, also like teaching other students who are not in the Latin community, informing them about our culture, that we're all different. We have like different foods, different styles, different music, and just like being able to like share our culture with other GGC students who are not in the Latin community.
Okay. I like that. So we're about to get a little deep. Just giving y'all a fair warning.
Gotcha.
Are there internal or external changes that still need to be made for OLAS?
As far as external, I would say just making our events as big and as better as possible. Whether that's this semester, next year, just be looking forward for that is all I'm going to say for that. Internally, most of our team is new this year, so we're still working on getting to know each other as friends and just working with each other pretty much on a professional level. But so far, everything is looking good. Our events are coming along quite nicely. So yeah.
Kind of like what Gabby said, being that the team is pretty new this year, I feel like communication is really big, and we are, like Gabby said, that we're getting to know each other, trying to create like a schedule where everyone can like participate in certain times and all that. But so far, like this semester is going pretty well, and yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say for this semester, since it feels like more of a new start, because with COVID, a lot of people did not, participate with general body meetings or with events sometimes. So it feels like we have a lot of new oncoming people to our meetings. So I feel like with that, we have to really work on trying to connect with our members, making them feel like, you know, welcome, feel that OLAS, make them feel something with OLAS, if that makes sense.
That connection.
Yeah, make that connection with our members.
Okay. So y'all said it before, but I want to go a little bit more in depth. Can y'all explain each of your positions and what you're responsible for? Anybody can start first.
I'll let you guys start first and I'll go last.
I'll go. So for public relations manager, so far, I work on the more of the social media aspect of it. So I'm mostly here to highlight those moments and events for OLAS and really showcase and show, you know, the GGC students here, not only GGC students, but like people, who we are basically and what we're made of. And so far my experience has been really, really great. I've been getting a lot of support, just, you know, but yeah, that's mostly what I do.
Yeah. So I'm chief of staff, and with that, I'm basically under Gabby and I'm under Denise, so under president and vice president. And my job basically is to overlook the other members, make sure that they're doing what they need to do, make sure that I'm keeping track with them, just to, in a way, just have them in check. And then I believe it's also just keeping track of like the members, keeping track of their like volunteering and volunteer hours and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so I'm the vice president, and I'm basically like Gabby's right hand. I'm basically like behind the scenes, so I help with like having to put in like certain emails or like getting things correlated with the team, just like doing all the things to have our events ready. If Gabby needs anything, I'm always there. If the team needs anything, they can come to me. So yeah, basically like just behind the scenes stuff, preparing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, being president, a lot of people see it as just being the face of OLAS or something like that. And you know, I like that, but a lot of the time when it comes to being president, people don't really see the behind the scenes portion, which is a lot of what we're in charge of, what I'm in charge of. I help coordinate events. Sometimes we'll have like vendors, food-wise, and I'm in charge of meeting with those people, making sure forms are good to go, making sure meetings are perfect. Also, I'm in charge of like pretty much making sure everyone is doing their job correctly. Usually, if people have questions on the team, I direct them to Leslie, just because it's easier that way. But I pretty much just try to do everything that I can to make sure the team is well. And, you know, it's just execution of events that is more behind the scenes, like Denise said.
Okay. Cool beans. I like this. So, how would you deal, and anybody can answer this, from each of your positions, how would you deal with a customer service issue?
Why you want to answer that one?
In terms of like having some type of like vendor come
Either
here,
having a vendor or having like one of the students isn't liking how y'all are running things, or they're displeased with the event, or whatever's going on.
So in that case, I would say we're always open to like any comments or I guess concerns from like any of our members. If it's something that's in a sense bad, like something happened to them personally from one of us or one of our members, then it'll be something that we definitely have to talk out with, you know, with them, make sure that they they actually feel okay. They make sure we're taking care of them, basically. In terms of vendors, I'll think about that. But do you guys have any
I'll
comments?
piggyback off of
Yeah.
you. One thing OLAS is super big on is feedback. We're always asking, how did you like this event? What do you think we can do better? What do you think we can improve on? Things like that. And when it comes to customer service, I think the biggest thing is just talking it out with whoever is not pleased with the event, seeing what they think we could do better as an organization and as the event in general. Making sure that they're feeling like they're heard and that we hear them out, talk about it as a team, and just try to fix whatever the situation was or whatever bad feedback there possibly was as well. So yeah.
Yeah, after what Gabby was saying, one thing that I really liked about OLAS before I joined the actual executive team is that they always ask for opinions. Like after every meeting, they'll be like, "Do you have any questions? Do you have any comments?" And it helps us, like, helps the team feel connected as well, and like that they have some part of like the events that are going on. So that's really cool.
Okay. All right. If you have any issues with any of your members, how do you handle that?
I personally would say is number one, communication. As you know, the team, we come together at the end of the week or whatever, and we would sort out whatever needs to be sorted out, if that makes sense. I just feel like communication is key, and making sure that we're all on the same page to make sure that we can move forward and things can run smoothly.
One thing that I'd add on to that as well, when it comes to something with a member, I would say that communication is definitely key, but also privacy. In terms of talking about the member, everything just stays within the team. And we know as well, whatever is talked about between us stays within us, and we'd make sure to talk to that member as well, make them feel heard, like I said, and make sure that they know that whatever is discussed is confidential between them and us as a team. And
Okay, I like that. So how do you deal with people who oppose your organization?
that's a great question.
It's a deep one.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's something that OLAS may or may not have had a lot of experience with. So I want to see.
I would say we haven't had too much experience with that. We've been pretty good with keeping things pretty peaceful. In terms of being opposed to someone being Latin American, I don't think we've really had that problem. But
I'm new, so this is my second year in OLAS, and I haven't had to experience that. But I don't know. I think for us, it's mainly just, of course, making sure we're on good terms with a lot of people, whether that's faculty, staff, students, members. Just making sure we're on good terms with everybody, and as always, hearing them out, but continue to kind of stay in our lane, making sure that we keep everything peaceful, regardless of opinions, statements, or anything.
Regardless, we also try to collaborate with a lot of other organizations here on campus. So I feel like that also builds a bond with a lot of the other organizations, and
Definitely.
you know, just connect with them brings a little bit of peace.
That's
Peace building.
That's good, because that goes into my next question. How would
nice.
y'all collaborate with other people? Like, what's the process of that?
Okay, I guess I'll take that one. So to start off, I guess a good example would be for our festival coming up, our Hispanic Heritage Festival that will be on the 15th. We're collaborating with ACED. And I think it's really good to collaborate with people, not just in terms of funds and just financially, but you also get to build connections. You get to go into different departments, communities, meet those people, and just build those bonds. And of course, it's always good for us as individuals to know more people. Maybe they'll help us out as an individual or possibly in the future whenever we're graduating and stuff like that. But I would say when it comes to collaborating, it's pretty simple for the most part. It's, for me personally, I've experienced just talking to them one-on-one, telling them what our vision is for the event or whatever it may be, hearing what they think, and just coming to kind of an agreement as to what we want for that event on both sides and finding a way to execute it well.
Okay. What is the most stressful situation that each of y'all have been through, and how did you handle that?
So is this like relating with OLAS or in general?
Relating to OLAS.
Okay, so for me personally, obviously I'm a PR manager, so I'm like learning how to like schedule and meeting deadlines and time managing. So I feel like being part of OLAS this year, that's like a new experience that I'm like gaining and a new skill, I guess. But making sure that I have all of my things in line. Not that I'm saying I'm struggling, I'm just saying like it's something I'm working on.
Definitely.
Yeah. But hopefully, yeah, I'm doing a good job.
I guess I can go next. For me, since it is like my second year in OLAS as well, I guess, and I jumped from like a lower position to VP. It's been hard trying to like figure out what I'm supposed to do, how to manage my time, being more comfortable having to talk to people, because that's one of my jobs. I have to make sure that everyone's good. I have to make sure people know who I am, what OLAS is. And just getting out of my comfort zone has been one of like the hardest thing, but I've really enjoyed the process of being able to see myself being like this shy person to somebody who's not afraid to talk in front of people.
Okay.
I gotta agree with that. Just being, because OLAS puts you in a, before you start some type of organization, well, maybe some people are already outgoing, but for me and Denise, and I'm not sure with you guys too, but we're more of
Introverts.
I guess. Yes. And so OLAS really helps bring that out. And I would say with any other organization, it would help you to bring out that more personality out there. So with that, sorry.
Okay.
So you really have to talk with a lot of people, a lot of faculty, a lot of course staff, the members, really anybody. When you're doing promotion for events, you really have to talk to basically
Whoever's
anybody
around,
that's
right?
on campus. So you really have to bring yourself out there, and that's really something that has changed for me in like the past 4 years that I've been here on campus, because when I started, I was very closed off, I was very shy, and now, I'm here doing a podcast. But yeah, and I think one of the things that's also that can be stressful with an organization is just I think we touched on this a little bit before, but just communication, making sure that everybody is communicating, make sure that you are listening to their needs and they are expressing their needs, or concerns or complaints or anything like that. Making sure that everybody is, keeping track with everybody, just making sure that there's that communication between everybody, which is pretty hard when you have quite a few members in the team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the stressful situations that can happen.
Okay.
I guess I'll go. I would probably say that I've had pretty much the opposite experience as Leslie.
Oh, wow.
I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
Ever since high school, I have the personality of wanting to be out there. I have the personality of just leadership. I was very involved in high school, so it's just something that I'm very passionate about, very much involved in. So I haven't had much of a problem when it comes to getting myself out there. I would say the thing that I've struggled with the most is just learning more about the organization, learning about where we come from, where we are now, and where we're trying to go to in the future. Like I said, I am a second year here, so I'm a sophomore, pretty new to everything. So I think it's just pretty much that, learning the do's, the don'ts, especially so fast, because I jumped in as, my second week of a freshman in OLAS. By September, I was already director of members, moved up to chief of staff, moved up to VP, and then now I'm president. And I'm the youngest president OLAS has had. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Super excited about that. I just think it's pretty much just learning the organization as itself that I've struggled with, but it's been a great experience and a good journey.
That's good. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
So, what changes have you already made that took your organization to the next level?
In terms of this semester, or?
At any point in time.
Okay, I'll let you guys.
You said what changes have we made that took the organization to a better...
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's dive back into memory lane. It's a difficult question.
I have one.
You have one? Okay.
Yeah. So I've been touching on this topic a lot of community outreach, and we've actually partnered with Aurora Theater for one of our events coming up. And I would say that one has definitely benefited us, because not only is GGC involved in that, but it's the Lawrenceville community. So I think that one has just taken us into just being known and having people kind of look into us for future reference, whether they have a kid that's going to college soon, or even like a adult learner that wants to come in. They're like, oh my God, this is OLAS, this is so good, I want to be a part of it. So I think that's something that we've definitely taken a higher reach on, and we've definitely been doing really good at. I don't know if you guys have anything, like I said, kind of new.
I'm trying to think of them, but with how it was with COVID, it was very difficult to make changes. Well, we tried to do a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things that you can change at a given point, but it was a bit difficult to try to get more members and try to get more people to come to events, but it was just the situation that our students weren't as present on campus and everything. So that was a bit difficult, but we do plan to change that this semester and this year, since it seems like there is more students on campus.
I feel like I can already
we
feel
can
that
already
change.
see that there is quite a bit of people. We do promotion. We do a lot of promotion, which is something that really helps us to just get people to join us as an organization, or just get people interested in coming to one of our events and stuff like that. So I think that's one of the changes, but we're currently working on.
Okay. So events. I want to touch on this before we go.
Okay.
What are we expecting this semester?
A lot.
A lot. Okay, I'll start off by saying this. OLAS is the oldest and pretty much the biggest organization here on campus. This year, we turned 15 years old, so we're planning to do something really big. Usually we have the masquerade ball, which everyone pretty much knows as GGC's homecoming. This year, we're planning to do it the same way, just little tweaks here and there, just because we want to definitely celebrate that we're turning 15. We've accomplished a lot in those 15 years. So expect that. We also have our other events that people look forward to, like the Hispanic Heritage Festival, Arte Latino, Taste of Latin America.
The dance mixer.
HHM month.
Yeah, all of HHM month. We have events planned
Back.
every single week for an entire month straight. So definitely look out for that, as well as we have a networking night coming up in October as well. We have Dia de los Muertos that I've mentioned with Aurora Theater. And we're definitely partnering a lot and collabing with different departments here. Those events are still in the works, but they're going to be big as well. We're bringing back some smaller traditions that we've had in the past, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, anything you guys want to add?
I don't know if you want to talk about the OLAS week. But
oh, right.
yeah.
Okay. As mentioned, we are celebrating 15 years, but we're not just going to have a day to celebrate the 15. We are dedicating an entire week to OLAS. We're planning to bring back... Actually, do I want to... I'll keep that a secret, but you might want to mark your calendars for October. Something big is coming for a whole week for OLAS.
Okay. Cool beans.
And I would like to shout out our most recent upcoming event, which is the HHM Festival next week on Thursday, on the 15th.
Yes.
And it's going to be on the Elvis Student Lounge e-building from
11 to 3.
11 to 3.
Okay. Cool beans.
And we're planning to bring it back as big as it was before COVID. We're bringing back some traditions like I mentioned. So, yeah. That's in the works.
Sounds like we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Definitely.
But unfortunately, that's all the time we have. We all have meetings to go to today.
Yes.
So this has been Voice of the Students. Again, welcoming OLAS, and I hope y'all have a great semester.
Thank you so much.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
No problem.